Hello and welcome back to Madam President Pictures, where today I'm presenting to you a film review over the film All My Life, written by Todd Rosenberg and directed by Mark Myers, starring Jessica Roth and Harry Shum Jr. So, over the weekend I decided to do something that I have never done before in my life. I decided to willingly see a romantic drama. I saw the trailer for it, and it seemed pretty cute. It was a premise that I really don't see in romantic films, cherishing life when it's cut short at the moment you're beginning a new one with someone that you love. No cheating, no secret lover, just pure wholesome love. I really didn't have many expectations for the film, as I had only seen the trailer and I didn't look at any of the scores or reviews on Rotten Tomatoes or IMDb. And I'm not gonna lie to you, after the film, I was in a state of mixed emotions. What I didn't know about the film prior to viewing was that it was based on a true story, the story of Jennifer Carter and Solomon Chow. And I think the editors did a great job in revealing that information before the end credits. It makes the review of this film a little more difficult, as I was ready to give the film a good, solid critique, but yet when the real-life footage of Jennifer and Solomon started to play, I couldn't help but shed a tear. I've decided that I will make this review a little different than many of the reviews I will do. I will give them some grace. For starters, I'm going to give some reasons as to why I think the film was not a standout, and I will finish by giving some context as to why I believe the choices for this film were made as they were, with the context being drawn from Jennifer and Solomon's real-life story. When I first began watching this film, I noticed something right off the bat. Aside from some awkward crotch-level shots, the acting was a little awkward too, because of the use of close-ups used frequently throughout the film so that we were basically gazing into the eyes of our two leads. It was really easy to point out the awkwardness of some of the acting. Only some though, because there were some pretty great breakthrough moments in the film. One that particularly comes to mind is Jen's breakdown in her car and Saul's breakdown in the lobby of the hospital. I would also like to mention that the supporting actors did a great job, and may I just give a shout out to the casting director, because the talent that was chosen was a perfect mix of natural and average people. The leads didn't have anything extra about them, no extreme body shapes, no lip filler, no feelings of inferiority for the average person watching the film. I really liked that, and it made me respect the film a little more. I found that all of the supporting characters were very well cast and did a great job in their roles, specifically the friends of the two leads, with the only exception being the lead actress's mom. Yeah, she had a couple of awkward lines, mostly the one kind of towards the end of the film. It was a little cringe. In terms of writing, Todd Rosenberg wrote the film, and the flow of the film was pretty good, with my only qualm being that the activities chosen for the couple to do while they were falling in love was really cheesy. I mean, honestly, the whole movie was a cheese fest, and that's not particularly bad, but the only real issue I had with the story was that we only saw one fight that Jen and Saul had. I can understand why we only saw one fight. I mean, they're really trying to establish the relationship between the characters, and the man who the film is actually written about has passed away, but still, something was just missing. It took me a while to figure it out, because it couldn't have just been that they only had one fight. No, it was that Jen and Saul were not characters before they met. My biggest issue was that I didn't know who Jen and Saul were before they met each other and what that brought into the relationship. I did hear some things throughout, like Saul is a chef and Jen is messy and likes hot dogs, but other than some basic identifiable characteristics, that really was it. The only thing we were left with was two people who were madly in love, and their madly in love relationship, with only one fight during the pivotal moment in their relationship. For me, that makes the story fall a little flat, but I have to give Rosenberg some slack because when the final title screen came up before the end credits and it is revealed that Jennifer and Solomon were real people and all of this really happened, it makes sense as to why the film is to be preserved as a perfect and wonderful memory that cherishes the best of relationships. The film was based on the principle of living every day as your last and truly appreciating each moment with those you have. It warms your heart and it wells your eyes with tears. And sometimes I just have to give films a pass on the decisions they make, and this is definitely one of them. There were many sweet moments, like the proposal, that made my eyes fill with tears just from pure, wholesome love and cheesiness. I felt like I was getting proposed to. So there was definitely success with the emotional aspect throughout the film, but overall, I really think that that's the main taste that's left in your mouth after the film. Oh, well, that was really sweet. And so that concludes another film review by Madam President. Until next time, see you later.